טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. Now we're going to sing together Shalom Aleichem. Here we go. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is, you and me, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. How good and how beautiful it is to be at Shabbat together. And to get things moving, we're going to invite the Raskin family, Debbie and Becca. And Marilyn, you want to join us too? No? Okay, Debbie and Becca to come up and kindle our Shabbat lights. And in our Sidurim, we are on page 2. If you're watching online and you don't have a Sidur, it is available for download on Amazon as a Kindle ebook. So the CCAR website, also CCAR Press, has also access to it. And we're going to walk over to the candles here.
Candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai. May you rise. Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehad likner shel be seated. Before we continue, we're just going to take a deep cleansing breath. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. And let it out. Let me do one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one last one to clear away all of the challenges of the past week and prepare ourselves for Shabbat. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're going to turn together to page 20 in our Sidurs for Lecha Dodi, the ancient words and melody that welcome our Shabbat queen into our midst as if she were a bride, a beautiful bride coming into our midst. We'll do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9 together. And when we get to the last verse, verse 9, I'll invite you to rise and face the door and welcome the bride. Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echan Hishme'anu el hamyuchan Adonai echan u'shmo echan L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor ahavchan Merosh mikadem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'maksheva techila Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Number 5 Hitoreri Kiva ore Umi ori Shirda-beri Kavod Adonai Alayich nigla Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekavela. Please rise and face the entrance. Voi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uv'sohola toch emunei am skula Chala, Voi Chala. Little hand clapping, please. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Lekavela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Lekavela. I invite you, if you're able to remain standing, as we turn to our call to prayer in our Sidurim. We are on page 28, I believe, for Baruch Hu, and we'll do the version that is on your song sheet. Throughout our service this evening, there are a few things that are on the song sheet, just to help everyone feel that they're able to participate. And I think I mentioned it, but I said Shabbat Shalom, but I don't believe that I conveyed a Shabbat Shalom from Rabbi Kupitz, who is away this week. But he wanted me to make sure that I expressed he and his family's wishes for a peaceful Shabbat. So Randy, I'm just going to open this up myself. Oh, am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada die die die, 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 yada die die die. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach, Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yada dai dai dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai dai dai. Yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die. Last three lines on page 30. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'en, Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim. I invite us to remain standing as we move towards Shema, but before that, I was wondering if there is a volunteer in the congregation who would like to lead us on the top of page 33 in the English. Lena, I appreciate it, but I'm going to ask for an adult to do it, and if you want to join in. Page 33? Paula, go for it. We'll get you guys later, Lonnie and Lena. Big voice.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Last four lines on 32. Ve'ahavatecha atasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. We continue with Shema, page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. May be seated. Join together in the words of the Ahavta on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hodsei tietchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. We turn to page 44, words of Michamocha. Michamocha, our prayer of exaltation that we sang at the shore of the Sea of Reeds as we were being transformed from a people enslaved to an Am Chofshi, a free people. And our ancestors uttered these words. We're going to use I think, might be a familiar melody to some. It's one from our friend Dan Nichols. And I'm going to do it. I'll do it for you so you know it's the same melody all the way through. But the only part you have to know is this. Lie, 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 lie. Try that. Lie, 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 lie. Repeats. Lie, 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 lie. Again. Lie, 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 lie. Yeah, lie, 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 lie. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. no ra tehilo, o say fele, no ra tehilo, o say fele, Adonai lo leolam va'ed. Two verse alive. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha lokei hayam livnei Moshe uMiriam Ze'elianu v'amaru Ze'elianu v'amaru Adonai lo leolam va'ed. One more la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Emar Kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. So we've been trying to introduce a custom here at Temple Beth Israel for Hashkivenu, where families or couples or individuals can spread a talit over themselves. So I'm going to invite our volunteers, maybe Jay and Beth can grab our talisim from the, and Judy, thank you, can grab some talisim from the rack there and pass them around. In the future, please feel free to perhaps bring your own talits from home for Shabbat together. And so if you'd like to spread one over your family or yourselves as a kind of a little sukkah, we can, I think if we stretch them out, we can get them over everybody as long as the people on the ends hold them. Let's try it, and we'll join for our Hashkivenu. It's a familiar melody to many of us, I'm sure. And if you're following along in the Siddur, we're on page 42. Beautiful. Ready, Randy? Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Amidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, oh Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, oh Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, oh Adonai. Join me in the amens, please. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. One more time with the amens. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukan, shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukan, shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim. Take your telesim, put them down, and you can just put them on the side. We'll collect them later. As we continue with Vishamru, our words of gratitude that we share at the gift of Shabbat, page 44. Vishamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat, la'asod et ha-Shabbat, l'dorotam britolam. V'shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat, la'asod et ha-Shabbat, l'dorotam britolam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. Ki sheishet yamin asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz, ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asod et ha-Shabbat, l'dorotam britolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. As we turn together to page 46, you'll find the words for Adonai Svatai Tiftach. We're going to rise as one for our Amidah section, which you'll find beginning here and then continuing on 48 and on 50 up to 52. After 52, we'll take just a brief moment of silent reflection. And after that, you can be seated as you've completed your own personal prayer. Just take a deep breath so we can slow things down a little bit. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 48. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Page 50. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממיר ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please take a moment. Bottom of page 62. Oh, say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Yalalelelele, 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 yalalelelele. Oh, say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Israel, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Amen. Ve'imru Amen. Ve'imru Amen. This is a story called The Treasure. Once there was a poor widow by the name of Sarah who lived in the city of Krakow, and she made her living by selling eggs in the marketplace. Now this Sarah was a sensible person with a good head on her shoulders and dependable too. But one night she had a dream. Everybody go, ooh, she had a dream. It was about a bridge in the faraway city of Prague, and under this bridge Sarah dreamt she was digging and digging and digging and digging until her shovel struck something hard, a chest. When she opened up the chest in the dream, she saw it was filled with gold coins. She felt so happy, and then she woke up. Now Sarah had this exact dream the next night, and the next, and the next, and Sarah began to wonder about the dream. A great desire rose in her to go to Prague and dig under this bridge that she saw in her dreams to see if indeed there was a treasure buried beneath it. But at the same time, Sarah knew she could not do this. What a crazy idea to travel all that way to dig under a bridge one saw in one's dream. And anyway, what money would she use to buy the shovel and travel to such a place? So Sarah tried to put this dream out of her head, but she couldn't. She even thought of it as she was calling out in the marketplace, "Fresh eggs for sale, right from under the chicken, still warm." Thoughts about this dream would not leave Sarah alone. Finally, she traded all that she had, even her dishes and her winter coat, for a shovel and a round-trip passage on a wagon bound for the city of Prague. Once in Prague, she walked the streets looking for the very bridge that she saw in her dream, all the while thinking what a crazy fool she was. But then she found it, the very same stone bridge she had seen in her dream. Then she noticed the guardsmen marching over it and back and forth and back and forth. Very quickly, so as not to be seen, she snuck under the bridge and looked all around for the exact spot where she saw the treasure in her dream. When she spotted it, she took her shovel and began to dig. So absorbed was she in her digging, she did not hear the guardsman approaching. "Halt!" he cried. "What do you think you're doing under the king's bridge?" "I mean no harm," said Sarah, very frightened. "It's just that this dream I have, night after night after night." "I'm talking about digging, not dreams," said the guardsman. "Perhaps a trip to jail is in order for the one who digs on the king's property without permission." And he grabbed Sarah's arm. "The dream was about digging," she spoke quickly now, trying to explain. "I dreamt about this exact bridge and a treasure buried beneath it." "You foolish woman," said the guard, laughing, and letting go of Sarah. "Who follows their dreams? Why, if I paid any attention to my dreams, I would be miles away in Krakow digging under the stove of Sarah the egg seller. I never even been to Krakow, and I certainly don't know any Sarah the egg seller. What an act of folly it would be to follow that dream, don't you think?" Sarah tried not to show her surprise at the guardsman's words. "Certainly," she replied. "If you let me go, I promise I will not dig here anymore, but will return to my home on the same wagon which I came." So the guardsman let Sarah go. Sarah's trip home seemed to take much longer than her trip to Prague. She couldn't wait to see her own little house and her own little stove. Finally, the wagon reached Krakow. Sarah jumped off, still holding onto the shovel. She ran down the street, through the door, and into her house. She took the shovel and started digging right under her very own stove. "What? Am I crazy?" she muttered herself as she dug. "First I followed my dream, and then I followed some strange guardsman's dream. But she would not stop, and finally, just as in her dream, she struck something hard and brown. A wooden chest filled with gold coins. I had to travel all the way to Prague only to learn of a treasure that was all this time buried right here beneath my very own feet, murmured a very grateful Sarah, and now wealthy even beyond her own dreams. Little semi-Thanksgiving related story about gratitude. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn our hearts and our thoughts now to those who are in need of healing. If you have a name that you'd like to share as I come through the congregation in a moment, please do so. If you are online and choose to share a name of someone you are asking for healing prayers for, please place their name in the chat. Page 253 in our Siddur, Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor Abracha Lavotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. We ask for prayers of healing for Rebecca Gilman, Hannah Fields Austin, Sue Toback, Rosalind Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakov, Connie Shapiro, Kathy Blumenfeld, Caitlin Antrim, Jennifer Rudin, Brad Holland, Serena Postal, Bobby Kay, Robert Strober, Marilyn Lubarsky, Ellery Einstein, Patricia Kramer, Joan Morse, Naomi Kravitz, Craig Sachs, Simon Saul, Myra White, Lori Snyder, Charity Rezadeh, Mike Klein, Lily Morrison, Barbara Fass, Joel Beasy, Burton Gershman, David Bush, Howard Bush, Lawson Spicer, Mark Fenton, Gloria Foster, Rita Warshaw, Ira Quatcher, Robert Gerard, Stephen Arst, Adele Harris, Brenda Fong Gerard, Ron Friedlander, Harvey Sherman, Jan Marcus, Fred Fable, Steve Sage, Marla Fregoso, Candy Stevens, Eva Laxon, Al Shapiro, Mark Fenton, Martin Cole, Noah Teague, Charles Nelson, Jeff Nelson, Ed Pruitt, Ora Resnick, Jessica Kubel, and James Stead. If you have a name to share, please do so as I come around. Sheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. May the doors of the blessing. Sorry, I'm going to do that again. Bless those in need of blessing with refuah shlema, renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. So I invite us to turn in our books to page, I believe, 261. Here's one for the kids. In just 6 more days, the month of Kislev begins, the month of Chanukah. Can I get a woo-woo? Good job. Let's read together on the middle of page 261. O God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are filled for good. Rosh Chodesh Kislev Yeh B'Yom Shishi. The new month of Kislev will begin next Friday. I believe we have some announcements from our representative from our Board of Trustees. Welcome, Jack Warshaw.
Shabbat Shalom. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Temple Beth Israel, I want to thank you for being here, both in the sanctuary and those that are joining us online. Todah Rabbah to Cantor Bush for leading us in a wonderful service. Beautiful music from Dr. Andy Polovoy. And thank you to Claudia Gonzalez, who handles our technology and keeps us on the air. Thank you to our fellow congregants who generously donated items for tonight's oneg. This week it's the membership committee and the JCS committees, along with Sharon Stein. Thank you for tonight's greeters, Judy Rose, lobby greeters of Sharon, Sachs Regalado, Beth Litton, Lisa Hahn, and our driveway greeters, Jay Eisenberg, and our wonderful security staff. After the service, we gather in the social hall for Kiddush, Motzi, refreshments, and conversations. Please take this opportunity to get to know someone new, which will help us continue to build our warm and personal Jewish community. We have a busy and engaged community. Find what interests you in our weekly update that's emailed every Thursday to you, and I will highlight a couple of suggestions, and also refer to the monthly Kehillah and the website tbipomona.org. Every Saturday morning, there's Torah study on Zoom that's led by Mikey Ryan. Your information in the email to RSVP for that Zoom. Tomorrow evening, there will be a Jewish Book Festival event here at the Temple, 7:30 p.m. By the Grace of the Game by Dan Grunfeld. And there'll be a reception to follow. And there are a number of events that are going on over the next few months. There's a sign in the lobby with some more details on that. This Wednesday evening will be our Community Interfaith Thanksgiving service, 7 p.m. Wednesday here in the sanctuary and on Facebook and on YouTube. And again, Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Jack. Just a couple little things to add about the, I'm sorry, Laura, did you have something? Just a couple of little things for tomorrow, which is the book festival. If you are planning to attend, you can pre-register with the Federation, and if you're planning to attend on Zoom, you must register with the Federation, because otherwise you won't know where to find it. It is not on the Temple Beth Israel, regular Temple Beth Israel channels. And yeah, Thanksgiving, all that information is in our updates. We join together for Aleinu L'Shabeach. We're going to go to our song sheets. And join together, and we can rise at this point. I will open the ark after we finish this little opening song, which It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were freed to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? But we commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are answered to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 287. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We take a moment now to remember those who have passed from our community in recent days and those who have left us at this season in times past. We particularly remember the anniversaries of the deaths of Ira Rosenfeld, Gloria Gogo Wexler, Julian Ambrose, Hal Feder, Forrest McDonald, Michael Hecht, Herman Lawrence, Madeline Semo, Harvey Botwin, Arthur Fuchs, Rita Geffen, Jay Ginsberg, Rabbi Stanley Rosenbaum, John Powers Miku, Rose Avnet, Rose Freeman, Norbert Lowe, Marvin Minoff, Gertrude Tepich-Hertz, Hannah Cohen, Charles Fitzgerald, Jack Kaplan, Sam Mallam, Gerald Salin, David Silver, and Sally Ambrose. If you have a name to add to our list or to correct a mispronunciation, please do so as I come through the sanctuary. If you're in a time of mourning or observing a yurtzeit, I invite you to rise at this time. And if it is your custom to rise in love and support of those who mourn, to also do so as we go to page 294 for Mourners Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivarach La'alam Ulalmei Maya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yahei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromam, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to which we say, amen. And as we close and move to our oneg, I invite you to turn to the last paragraph on the back of your song sheets. It is Thanksgiving week coming up, and a song of Thanksgiving, I think, is a appropriate way to close. And it goes like this. If I can find my song sheet, there it is. Toda al kol ma shebarata, Toda al ma shleili natata, al orenayim, avero shnayim, al ma sheyesh li ba'olam, al shir koleach, belev soleach, shebizchutam. Anikayam. Oh, thank you, God, for your creation. You give me strength and inspiration for all the beauty I see around me, for knowing peace and being free, for all my family, my friends and family, I thank you for creating me. La la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la. Clap your hands. La 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 la, ya 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 la la la. La la la. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom to everyone online. Please join us for Kiddush and Motzi in the social hall. Thank you again so much. Thank you to Randy and Claudia as always.